Tokyo Ghoul, Route 8, Episode 3. I understand his character build-up, story, plot, development, but can we just move on already? God, it's like Kaneki has finally become this total badass, but we can't enjoy him because he gets barely any screen time. Like, please don't tell me the whole entire season of Tokyo Ghoul Route 8 won't be like this. Show some of Kaneki, the rest of the dubs, then Toka or Hinami or whatever. It's just getting boring. And that makes me wish that it would do things by the manga again, but it's not going to happen. But anyways, moving on this episode, it's more after effect. How is Kaneki's disappearance hurting people and how they're taking it? Toka is still depressed, still trying to find out more about Kaneki, even by going to the same university. Hinami's trying to move on to, trying to be more independent, even going to a bookstore. I'm very surprised because they're really taking parts from the manga and they're moving it around within the series. So I'm like, okay, I see they're doing that. Because usually the parts that were shown up in this episode, they were actually near the end of the manga, like near the end of the first Tokyo Ghoul manga. If you haven't read it yet, you should really read it. It's a good read. Toka went to Kaneki University, met Hyde, and they were talking a little. Even said some secrets about Kaneki, saying how he covers up his chin when he's hiding something. I mean, he's lying. He's not comfortable. Next is with Hinami. She wants to go get a book. She got a book signed by her favorite author. It was for Kaneki. And then finally the dubs. I don't care about the dubs right now. Except for Juzo. Juzo was my favorite of all the dubs. Mondo was my favorite, but he's dead. Now it's Juzo, and Juzo has a scythe. The scythe looks pretty rad. I wish the color was a more brighter neo red like color at the end of the scythe, but it's not. I was kind of disappointed in that. But it still looks pretty badass. It's kind of weird shape. It's like two squares and an acute triangle or right angle triangle. And it still looks good. Finally, it's Kaneki. Kaneki was helping out Ayato, and they're busting out one of Yamari's former henchmen. And this guy was obsessed with Yamari. Like, he was just all crazy, crying, throwing temper tantrums and all that stuff. And he was a very interesting character. Next, he can't even spell though. He's just crying. I'm writing his name down. He's like, hey, this is right. Then Kaneki goes over there and helps him out. And he doesn't realize that Kaneki ate Yamori in the first place. So I cannot wait to see what goes down if he finds out. I know he found out in the manga and he was pissed off. I can't wait to see if he finds out in the anime. That's going to be freaking interesting. And finally, the star point of this episode was when Gourmet showed himself. Gourmet is on the way to find Kaneki. At first, it was just some henchmen talking, spreading rumors saying, hey, do you know the eye patch guy eats people? The next thing you know, Gourmet shows it comes out of nowhere. This beautiful performance, man, just beautiful. He made this show, and he only had the less screen time out of anybody, and he made the show a lot more interesting. So he's on a quest to find Kaneki, along with Banjo and his group. They have teamed up. And watching the show and reading the manga, you can totally see it's like it really is an alternate world of Kaneki going on to the other side. It really shows how scenes are different and how people take their actions in different ways. So it just pretty much tells you how if one person did not exist at that moment, things would be different. And that's how it is. This episode was leading things. The main thing of this episode was them finding Kaneki. Even the dubs are on Kaneki's tail because they discovered that Kaneki was during an incident with Benjeter, and he had some organs with him. So already they know that Kaneki's connected with Eye Patch. So they're getting really hot on his tail too. So what's going to happen to Kaneki now? We don't know, but hopefully this guy gets more screen time. He needs it. The show is supposed to be about him, but yet he's barely being shown at all. So let's hope. This episode just gets itself like what, a 7 out of 10 again, another one, because again, it kind of not makes me interested, but it makes me want to see what happens next. That's the only good thing. Plus, Gourmet shows up and everything goes awesome. But that's it. That's all it is, man. Any more Tokyo Ghoul rants, reviews, and all that good jazz, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share if you could. I'll be much obliged. This is Anime, sign out.